information about your trial experience. You first said you'd handled hundreds of trials, but later you told the Tribune you've handled about 100, and that's a number that's hard to verify because nearly all of them were juvenile court records, which are not public. Clarify, how many trials have you handled?
Certainly. Phil, I was an assistant state's attorney for 12 years, 7 of which on the front lines trying cases every day, and 5 years as a supervisor under this state.
Handling cases every day.
Handling cases, so child abuse cases.
Yes, I know, but how many cases went to trial where there's opening statements, where there's presentation of evidence, where there's concluding statements, where there's where you handle any questions that come out of jury deliberations and so forth?
Phil, I've done many cases in the state's attorney's office. I've some that have gone to trial, many have gone to trial, some that have been pled out, because I was a frontline prosecutor for 7 years and a supervisor for 5 under this state.
It's sometimes reported that you handled one felony trial while you worked with a more experienced prosecutor. There's no record of you trying a murder case, and you've tried only one juvenile case involving a felony. Yeah. Is that accurate?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The records that the Sun-Times used came when Anita Alvarez used her government office for political purposes. The records that were given were held by Anita Alvarez, and she released them. First, she said there was
Anita Alvarez
pursuant to a FOIA.
First, she said there was one. Then she said there were others. The problem with that, Phil, was that we're going down a rabbit hole because Anita Alvarez used her office pursuant to a FOIA to provide information for political purposes that was inaccurate. And so it's a distraction.
The record's inaccurate, Anita Alvarez?
No, the records are not inaccurate.
And what are your records? What do you claim your records show?
She tried 4 cases. Her campaign literature says she has thousands. Then she backs down and then she says, okay, it's not thousands, it's hundreds. Then we're at the Tribune editorial. Now she's finally got, she's got her feet to the fire, and she has to finally say, oh, well, it's 4.
Phil,
she's a liar.
Phil.
You know, when you apply for a job and if you lie on that job application, you don't get the job. She is lying to the voters of Cook County. She's lying about her experience. Why would you lie about your experience?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I think it's no secret where I stand in this race. I've made it very clear from the beginning. I've said for quite some time that Anita Alvarez had to be dragged kicking and screaming down the road to criminal justice reform. I'm proud to support my former chief of staff. I think she'd make an excellent choice.
About contributions. Who's taking money from county contractors? County contractors that you gave business to when you were chief of staff of Tony Preckwinkle. Who's on the phone making the phone calls, asking people to donate to your campaign? Who's asking people to donate to her campaign so she could give you the money? Let's talk.
Kim Foxx works for a law firm that regularly sues Cook County, that has gotten millions of dollars in judgments from Cook County. She's still working for that law firm. This is a law firm that is heavily donated to her political campaign for state's attorney. Should she be elected state's attorney, it will be her tasked duty under the statutes to defend against these lawsuits. And if her firm, her former firm, who has donated heavily to her campaign, continues to sue the county, she'll be in the position, the unenviable position, of having to defend the lawsuits against her former colleagues. That is an appearance of impropriety. That is in part what is given the state's attorney's office.